Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Mono Green Proliferate. This is unfortunately the second time that I'm recording this one because I wasn't paying attention to my settings when I was recording it, and my mic died. And I had some really cool games towards the end of my last video that I may post later, I guess, for viewing purposes only. You can't hear any of my commentary over top of it, which is super annoying. Anyway, so the deck, of course, is built around Nissa, who shakes the world. As soon as I saw her, I really wanted to build a deck with her, and I think I found one that I'm really kind of enjoying. It's a little bit slow, definitely not competitive, but a ton of fun to play, building around the proliferate mechanic. So anything that comes in with tokens and then can be built on top of with the proliferate mechanic. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the first creature I want to point out is the Arboreal Grazer. This one is sort of taking the spot of the Llanowar Elf. So normally this is where you'd fit this into any mono green deck. The reason why I like this is twofold. First and foremost, you can actually pull a land out onto the battlefield as opposed to a 1/1 creature. 1/1 creatures can be killed relatively easily, so sometimes that mana ramp that you're getting from the Llanowar Elf kind of just drops off whenever something kills it. However, with this, you're getting a land out of your hand instead. And there's some interesting combos that you can build with some of the proliferate mechanics as well. But secondly, of course, it's a 0/3 with reach. So those 1/1 flyers like Pteramander or the Siren Stormtamers, or those little 1/1 annoyance flyers that come in that you can't really deal with, especially when they put Curious Obsession on it, he can block, and you're not giving them their life line of card draw. So I'm going to be trying him out. I think I kind of like him. If you're looking for green creatures that come in with tokens, of course, I decided to go with the Explorer package. And for those of you who are new and don't know what the Explorer package is, it is the following cards. You're going to want 4 copies of Merfolk Branchwalker. When it enters the battlefield, it explores, getting a token. You're looking at Wildgrowth Walkers. Whenever you explore, you put a +1/+1 creature on the token, whether or not you get the token on the other creature or not, and you gain 3 life. And of course, the Jadelight Ranger, which also explores twice when it comes into play. So you're getting a whole bunch of green creatures that hopefully are coming in with tokens, and as you begin to proliferate, they're going to get really, really big. One of the other things I'm playing with is Nissa's Triumph. I'm going back and forth between this and the Elvish Rejuvenator. It all depends, because it does really play very well with the evolution stage, which we'll cover here in a moment. As you're getting more land cards to be able to put into play, again, as opposed to creatures providing you mana, it's providing lands flat out. And whenever, well, as I'll talk about it, the evolutionary stage himself, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you proliferate. So all of these 1/1 creatures are just getting bigger and bigger. So the more land you have, the better, which is where the Elvish Rejuvenators come in better with these. I like the combination of the 2 and 2. I should probably settle on one. I'm not sure quite which one I'm going to go with. The other one I like is the Pollenbright Druid, a 1/1, and when it enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 token on it, or proliferate. So I think we're getting to see where we're going. We're either putting tokens on things or we're making them bigger. I did toss in 2 Rabid Bites. You do have an occasion where you need to kill something that's kind of in your way, especially in the early game. This is the reason why those are there. In the late game, they're not necessarily so much, because you should have really big creatures in play. And again, we've kind of talked about everything else. I lost my connection. What was that? Sorry about that. I have no idea what just happened. I lost my connections to the MTG Arena server, so we're going to pick up right where we left off. We were talking about the evolutionary stage and Jadelight Rangers. One of the other creatures, I just absolutely love it. It's so good. The Biogenic Ooze, and of course each Ooze is getting additional tokens. So again, we have a ton of creatures with green that have tokens, and we're going to try to monopolize on the proliferate mechanic. We might as well talk about the queen herself, Nissa, who shakes the world. Multifaceted, fantastic Planeswalker for 5 mana, for 5 loyalty Planeswalker. Her stagnant ability alone, each force you tap adds additional green, is huge mana ramp, especially late in the game when you want to get a bunch of creatures dumped out. Her +1 turns one of your lands into a 3/3 creature with tokens, meaning every time it proliferates, it gets bigger. And her ultimate's amazing. Lands you control are indestructible. And you can search to go and get as many lands as you want. So the combo that I'm really sorry you're not going to see, and hopefully I can pull it off again this time, when you have the old evolutionary stage in play, and then you pull off her ultimate, and she dropped like 13 lands into play, and then every creature you have that's got a token gets a +13/+13 plus her, because she is a planeswalker, and that proliferate works on them. It's just phenomenal. It's super exciting to see. Vivien Reid's also in there for multiple reasons. She helps you go get creatures because your deck's mostly creatures, helps you handle those pesky enchantments or flying creatures that are in your way, and her ultimate also comes into play because your lands turn into creatures, they have trample and vigilance, and they're indestructible. It's pretty darn scary, to be honest with you. Mana base is pretty straightforward, 21 forests and 2 Karn's Bastions. I'm debating bumping this up to 4, but I'm leaving it at 2 for the moment to see how it does. So once again, let's go play some games. I don't want to change my avatar. Let's go play some games. Again, I'm so disappointed you guys aren't going to get to see the last game that I recorded because I waited until I was able to get the combo off with Nissa, an Evolutionary Sage, and Biogenic Ooze Screenplay. It was the perfect game. Of course, my stupid second. No idea what I poured on the bottom. Stupid. If you do like the video, of course, by the way, I'll drop this in the beginning. Like, subscribe. It helps out the channel. I've had a huge influx of subscribers in the last couple of weeks. Super thankful. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I'm going to keep this. And it helps out the channel a lot. I really do appreciate it. As in my previous game, I will start off with Mono Red. Yay! Can't knock it. I play the deck, so let's at least make a move. She can't target herself. That's disappointing. Yeah, no, red deck wins. It's a great deck. It's really picking up a lot of steam. Fantastic. Chandra was a huge addition to that deck.
You should be flattered. I decided to do
this. I assumed that this was red deck winning. I assumed incorrectly. Not that I care about the life, but since it's going to prevent me from gaining life, I kind of want Tibble to go away. Because I really want to get the Wildgrowth Walker life gain thing, but I need him to go away for that to work. I mean, I'll still probably do it if I can't get him off the board. This is an interesting thing.
The more, the messier.
What do I want to go with here? Let's go with the Jadelight. I recognize I'm not going to get this, but that will give me an opportunity. So he could probably still block with the old... No, he's going to hit me with a Rekindling Phoenix no matter what. No, I'm going to hold off one turn. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, when the Pollenbright comes out, I'm going to... Ooh. What to do here? So we're going to go Wildgrowth. We're going to go into Pollenbright. We're going to finish all those. Now he can't kill it. He can block with his creatures if he wants, but he doesn't have enough to do the damage. He could probably kill the Pollenbright if he wanted to. This should be interesting. But I need Tibble to go away so I can drop the Jadelight and really start capitalizing on the life gain. Yeah, no, he's going to definitely try to pick up at least one of the Wildgrowth Walkers here. My assumption is he's going to do that one. Yep. I'll take the 30. Interesting choice. So we're going to go ahead and kill Tybalt.
Ugh, I feel like death.
And then we'll go. then all the damage he's doing is getting a little bit negated here. So on the next turn, my plan is to swing in, attack, and kill the Rekindling Phoenix, and then whenever the egg's left over, I'm going to Rabid Bite the egg. Yeah, I guess I have no choice now. I have to kill my own creature. Some choice that he made here. So... Tackle the world. This is going to be my next draw. I want to see what happens to see if he holds off the Rekindling Phoenix, because there's quite a bit of damage sitting here. We're looking at 7, 8, 9. My suspicion is he's going to hold off on the Rekindling Phoenix. It could be wrong. Choice. Don't know that I would have made that same choice.
We will not fail. The land shall conquer you.
So we're looking at 7, 8, 9. So unless he does something, I've got lethal on board here. Now he's potentially going to go and swing at Nissa, which is fine, or he's going to take very nice. But my suspicion is if he swings in with that Rekindling, so 9 damage. Yep, I shall stop and hold. He does realize I get to do that again next turn, right? While I'm at it. Make another one. We shall call
Be
good
wary of the
game.
ground you walk on.
And we'll go swinging. Pulled one off. I didn't even get to do the but I still pulled one out. It was an interesting red deck. That's not your typical, like as soon as I saw the red mana, of course, I was like, oh, red deck burns. That's gonna sting. The red deck wins. Ooh, ooh, what'd we get? House Guild Mage. Never see that card. Alright, so let's go play another one. Try to get at least 3 games in with each individual deck. The last one I got 4 because I did so well in the last game. And then I got the ultimate where I was able to ultimate off Nissa, had Evolution Sage in play, Biogenic Ooze. Oh, I'm so sorry you guys didn't get to see that game. But we could pull off this one. Nazarene. I see potential here. Oh! Now all I need is one more land on the draw. Yeah, this is gonna be more is it. Yeah, no, I need to go through which I got. And the next turn I'm going to drop the Evolutionary Sage, or Evolution Sage. Yeah, drop the Evolution Sage. Nope. I'm willing to wait. He's going to have something bigger than that Grim Initiate. And as I have a pretty good counter to it right now... This is where this is going. Drop that, drop that. Drop that. No, holding it, holding it. I don't want to use it yet. I'm tempted, but I'm not. Especially since I'm so close to having Nissa out. What's he gonna do? I feel counters. With the blue, you've always got to assume that there's counters. He is out of counters, however. So, Jadelight or... Here we go, here comes the combo. Drop him. Drop one of those lands I just drew. And hold.
Warrior Queen Necromancer. Nice ring. Rise and shine.
I don't think I have any other choice now but to lay down Nissa.
All connected.
Untap one of the lands over at the top.
The land fights for us.
Let's go with Jadelight. Nope, I'm gonna hold one more turn. He's got nothing over there that's super scary to me. That's kind of a problem that we're having here. He is a mess. Now, what's he gonna sacrifice to draw cards? Yep.
Waste not,
Works
want
for
not.
me. So killing Bantu is going to be relatively simple. I'm going to have enough. Worst case scenario, I'm just going to have enough to just throw in front of him. I do need to get rid
Smelly, but effective.
This is going to be tough. Got all the men in the world now. What I need is a Biogenic Ooze. But we knew we were getting a Jadelight. Let's save hers for now. Really have liked to have gotten a Jadelight on that. Or a Biogenic Ooze would have been awesome.
Behold, nature's true power.
So the only thing that really concerns me is the 3/3 over here. So let's take care of his amendment.
I'll find a use for you later.
And let's go swinging for the fences. We got to get Lily out of play. 1, 2, 4. That's all of his creatures. I'm okay with that. Sure. Does he let her die? No, he does not. He's committed. She's still going down to 2, which means she can't pull off her -2.
Do not ruin my dress.
I'll draw a bunch of cards.
They were allowed to serve death. Is enlightening.
And now the question becomes... No. Oh, wait. I was going to say, I was debating if I wanted to cast the second Nissa just to make another land, but I don't need to because these are vigilant. So even if he does attack with Vontu, I've got enough to block, and I can still swing in and get Lily next.
This looks like a fun new toy.
Come on. Biogenic Ooze. Let me ultimate Nissa and get Biogenic Ooze. It becomes super insane at that point. He's definitely taking his time. Sure, no problem.
I can help you no longer.
Have another one back up. Yes, they stay creatures.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Harness the elements.
Ooh, that's nice. So he has 4 creatures. I have 3. But most of his are going to die. He can kill 1 creature. I've got to go for Lily while I still can. So if it's me, he's going to block. Yep, with Vontu, he's going to block over there. He's still losing one of his tokens. Or both tokens.
Waste not, I'll find a use for you later.
Wonder what he's got left. I mean, he's got enough cards. Pusher's Manners. What's he going for? Zombies, I assume? Yep. Yeah, I like this deck. This is the first deck that I didn't think about putting Vexor's Manor in. It's actually not a bad choice.
What a good, mindless minion.
I just can't get through for her.
Rise, my elemental friend.
I can at least, if nothing else, kill the last top.
I've learned much from your death.
Yeah, he can kill a land. This is starting to get a little frustrating, actually. No, I'm gonna hold. I can't imagine he's gonna -4 her. He's got enough creatures that can hold me back. I'm just desperate for... So now it flies. Yeah, this is gonna start getting scary. Yep, and he's got us.
Putrid, but effective.
Yeah, so unless something really cool comes out in my next draw, I can't imagine that I've got this. That's a shame. Ugh. I was hoping to get one more. Alright, so I don't normally do this. I do it occasionally. I am going to go ahead and continue. He's got and there's not much more we can do. We'll open on a prayer that we get one more draw. Just didn't happen. Alright, one last game. Let's see if we can get that ultimate off. The ultimate meme is really what I'm looking for. To have Evolution Stage proc like 14 times. I've done it. It's fun. It's such a good start to time, too. Just got out of hand quick. Count expired. That's lovely. That's amazing. Sure. We shall say hello. I like the zombie deck. Cast iron. Okay. Nothing? Way to waste the spell. I totally forgot. I was like, wait, I'm looking down going, what can he even make me draw cut? Nothing? And he did that for reasons? Okay. At some point in time, he's going to start casting the creature. Trap the Jadelight. See where this goes. Oh, very nice. Okay, so he's basically going to his entire hand, which tells me that he does not have any more removal, which means I'm wide open for Biogenic Ooze next. He's just waiting for his Death Baron. And we'll do a little Jadelight Ranger. And we get a land. And then we'll double proliferate. Sure. works for me. Means he is not killing. So I need to get through like at least 2 creatures. No, I'm gonna wait. Because I'm gonna cast Nissa and then start building up oozes. He's like, wait a minute. Yeah, when Nissa goes down, it starts to get really, really crazy. So, that's wins. I'll go ahead and take it. I didn't get to pull the great combo that I was hoping for to see, but you can kind of see where the deck's going. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, always helps out the channel. I do really appreciate it. If you are so inclined, of course, there is a Patreon as well. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.